looking at optimizing operations and business efficiency team, uh, what are the biggest operational inefficiencies businesses face, and how can they be addressed? That's number one. And how can leaders foster a culture of continuous improvement within their teams, according to you?
Um, I think that three things in creating that effective business operational efficiency, Ravi. I mean, for me, communication, building the absolute clear-cut mechanisms of communication is a key for a killer efficient business operation. We have to consciously move away from those manual tasks. With so much of AI and so much of automation coming in place, we have to constantly keep checking where are these manual tasks and how can we make them better.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that we are letting go of people or anything like that, but this just means that we are enhancing their work with maybe, uh, uh, the moment you give automation, they'll move on to something better. So that way, the manual tasks should be reduced. And thirdly, we have to constantly look at ways where we can, create that process where the mundane, ek to there are these manual tasks. Two, there are these repetitive tasks which we should stop doing. Like for example, we have a team who's primarily doing data mining, pulling out data from Google. Now, there are so many tools which are available. Now, if I sat with that team and we are making them constantly only do that data mining manually,
Right.
I don't think I'm going to build good efficiencies in the organization. I have to be able to give them those kind of automations and tools and all. Now, for me to give those automations, I need to be able to do that kind of research and innovation or identify what suits better to the process. So, these two have to go hand in hand. And if these are clear, I think we would have built a very good business and a very efficient business operations. So basically, the mindset should be to constantly, look with a microscope as to how we can keep changing or what is new in the market which we can incorporate, or what is the talent within your team through which you can make some process better.
Right.
So the core of all this is, um, continuous improvement. If you have the mindset of improving continuously, these things all will come into place, and that's something that I think it has to go top down, from leaders and then the different hierarchies. It has to go top down where we are able to take a step back, look at the process, and assess what can be done better. How can we do things better? So one of my question to my team will always be, what have we done better than yesterday? Or if I'm meeting them after a week, then my ending question or starting question would be, what have we done better than last week? And for that, I have to also create that in my mindset. Key from yesterday, what did I do better today? And it doesn't mean you're constantly, innovating or anything. It's just those slight changes. If one process is taking 28 minutes to do today, let's just aim at doing it at 27 minutes, 50 seconds tomorrow. That's great improvement. And how do we incorporate this? One is constantly question your team. Put it as, one of the thing that they should know that, okay, I am going to be asked about it. So let me start thinking about it. Two, when I say communication has to be good, with so many changes or so many updates which keep happening, they have to be equally communicated across the floor. If something is being adopted, that clear communication has to happen. So, whether it's your SOPs, whether it is your information in your daily huddles or whatever, though that closure of that loop of communication has to happen. And most important is, constant reinvention just helps a person to move away from the comfort zone. I have a problem with being comfortable. Anyone being comfortable, it's a problem. It's nice for that time, but what's comfortable today is not going to be comfortable tomorrow. And there's that famous book, what brought you here will not take you there.
Yes.
So it's that, unless you're reinventing yourself. And my favorite example, which I keep giving my team, is Amitabh Bachchan. That man is an epitome of reinvention. He constantly, you'll not even imagine what he's doing, and he's constantly reinventing. But the best part is he knows what he's good at, and he reinvents within that, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. We're not saying we have to go to the Mars tomorrow. We're just saying whatever you're doing, just do it better tomorrow. That's all.
I think I still remember in the training days, we used to have this picture of Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor on the wheelchair. And we used to compare it, right? Same age kind of a group. They had similar kind of careers, but where is Amitabh Bachchan? Where was?
Absolutely. And also see the downfall which Amitabh Bachchan went. Had it not been for that man's clear intent to reinvent himself, if he said, I am a movie star and I want to just take movies as my medium and not shift into that TV, which at that point in time was not a great channel. It's unlike now, right? And still he took it, and so many people followed him and all that. I guess he's a good learning this thing, and it's my constant example. And also a lot to learn from children. Subtly, they're always reinventing themselves. They're always changing. The influencing factors could be anything. It could be parents, it could be society, it could be TV, it could be something. But the fact that they have such an open mind to keep changing, keep adapting, keep moving forward with all these changes, that's the mindset we have to constantly work with.